Hello, welcome to AP Calculus Lecture 5.7b, where we're going to continue working on differential equations. And in this lecture, you're going to need to refer to the pre-printed lecture notes, and we're just going to work two example problems. The first says, which of the following is not a solution of dy dx is equal to negative e to the x? So which is not a solution? So what you're going to want to do, so we have dy dx is equal to negative e to the x. So you want to take the derivative with respect to x of each of our options and see which one doesn't match negative e to the x. So our first for a is y is equal to 1 minus e to the x. So the derivative of that, dy dx, would be the derivative of 1 is 0, and then the derivative of minus e to the x would be minus e to the x. So that one does match. Let's take a look at b. That's y equals 2 minus e to the x. So dy dx, the derivative of 2 is 0. The derivative of negative e to the x is just negative e to the x. So that also matches. So that is a solution. For c, we have y equals 3 minus e to the x. Well, because we've done a and b, I'll bet you can figure out that because 3 has a derivative of 0, it's going to be the same thing, minus e to the x. So that matches. So it's probably going to be D. Let's look at that. Y equals e to the x. dy dx is equal to e to the x. The derivative of e to the x is e to the x, which does not equal negative e to the x. So the answer is D. All right, well, let's look at one that's a little more complicated, our second example. And those instructions say, which of the following is a solution? We have the second derivative is equal to negative 6y. All right. So we have the second derivative is equal to negative 6y. So what we're going to do, so part A, it's accidentally says B on the sheet, is we're just going to take the first derivative and the second derivative and see if it is equal to negative 6y. So our first one, we have y is equal to e to the root 6x power. So our first derivative, y prime, would be e to the root 6x times the derivative of the exponent, which we call the blob. So that's root 6, e to the root 6x. And then y double prime would be root 6 times root 6. So we have our root 6 out front, and then root 6 e to the root 6x. And that's going to be 6. Root 6 times root 6 is 6. E to the root 6x. That is equal, so y is e to the root 6x. So this part, that's just y, right? So this is equal to 6 times y, which does not equal negative 6y. So A is not the solution. All right, let's look at B. We have y is equal to e to the negative root 6x. So y prime would be negative root 6 times e to the negative root 6x. And then y double prime would be negative root 6 times negative root 6 e to the minus root 6x. So negative times negative makes that a positive 6e to the minus root 6 times x. Well, this part, e to the minus root 6x, is just y. So that's just y. So this is equal to, you have a 6 out front, 6y, which does not equal negative 6y. So B is not a solution. Let's try C. So this is really just a trial and error method. We have sine root 6x. Y prime would be cosine root 6x times the derivative of the inner function, so that's root 6. We'll put that out front. And then y double prime is going to be negative sine root 6x times, you already had the root 6 out front, times another root 6. So that's going to be negative, and then root 6 times root 6 is 6, so negative 6 sine root 6x. Well, y is sine root 6, right? And we have a negative 6 out front. So that is equal to negative 6y. So the answer is C. Well, let's quickly just take a look at D. I think I can squish it in here. D, we have y is equal to root 6x. Y prime then would be root 6. Y double prime is going to be 0. That does not equal negative 6y, does it? So does not equal negative 6 times y, negative 6 times root 6 times x. That's just 0. So that's not a solution. So the only solution is part C. So the homework is a worksheet of 10 questions. This is an excellent review for the test. The first 2 questions have to do with this lecture, 5.7b. But the rest of the questions are really just finding general solutions and particular solutions. And it's in multiple choice format, so it's just a great test review for section 5.7. So, nice short lecture today, and I will talk to you on the next one.